Where are we standing right now with the sand fire?
Currently, the stand fire is 37,473 acres, 25% contained. There are over 3,000 firefighters battling this fire.
Okay. I know that sometimes containment is really somewhat misunderstood as thinking that this is where the full fire is. I mean, a fire could be 100% contained and still burning. It could be 0% contained and not burning.
Right.
For this containment, from going from 10% to 25%, what does that basically mean?
Well, that's getting a line around that fire, whether that be a highway, whether that be a line that someone digs in the dirt down to bare soil mineral, anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. That's what our hand crews do, or a dozer line that's surrounding this fire. It has to be a line, a break in between the fuel itself that has burned and the fuel that has not burned. So the stuff that's still smoldering, and the green stuff that hasn't burned yet. We want to make a break between that. So, in case that fire did flare up in certain areas, it wouldn't spread to that brush that has not burned. Until we can get a line all the way around this fire, that means every drainage bottom, every ridge top has to have a line around it before we can call it fully contained. So if the fire isn't active, so you're not seeing those large flames, but it's still at 0% or 5% or 10% contained, it's because we haven't got a line around this. With this fire being so large in size, it's going to take a while to get a line all the way around it.
Active flame wise, what are you guys seeing this morning?
I haven't seen a whole lot this morning. There are some pockets of fire that's still continuing to burn up in the forest itself, but yesterday or last night our crews were able to do a lot of good work. They did some burnout operations near Agua Dulce and Soledad Canyon Road to get rid of the unburned fuel that was between the houses, the community that was down in that area, and the fire itself.
And what's the prognosis of the fire today? I mean, where do you guys see it going through this day?
We're hoping it doesn't grow in size. We're hoping we can get some more containment line put around this with our firefighters on the ground. If the flare-ups do happen, we have helicopters, we have air tankers that can assist our firefighters by dropping retardant, by dropping water near the areas that they need it so they can get in there on the ground to put that line in.
I'd say that this is probably the most under control it's been since it started. Do you find that to be true, or is that just kind of me miscalculating?
Well, in terms of under control, that's a relative because the fire has been so explosive these last few days. It's been hard to get a handle on it. Now with the fire slowing down its progression, it's not making runs in any one direction, we're able to get firefighters on the ground, which we haven't been able to do in a few days because it's been so explosive. We've been trying to make sure we're protecting those homes and people's property. Now we can actually get out there and try to put line around this fire and contain this thing.